You may be familiar with Farrah Fawcett's iconic swimsuit poster, complete with her recognizable red waves and sun-kissed smile, but nothing could have prepared the world for the series of photos that showed more than even her most ardent admirers anticipated. Imagine the golden girl from the 1970s television period embracing both power and vulnerability in equal measure by stepping out from behind the camera. The internet exploded, paparazzi cameras froze, and mouths dropped when these photos were first released. The big conclusion shot is the one that everyone is still talking about, and it's a tutorial in how to claim your legacy without speaking a single word. Stay with me through every exciting detail. To celebrate her 50th birthday, Farrah organized a 3-day shoot on a private estate in Malibu. She told the tiny crew that the shoot was a tribute to the woman I've become. A beach morning session began on the first day, with Farrah standing waist-deep in the Pacific waves while wearing a custom-cut ivory lace bodysuit that barely fit. The translucent mesh tempted her profile, but the floral appliques on the bodysuit strategically hid her form. She tipped her head back, closed her eyes, and allowed the waves to smash about her as the photographer took a series of pictures. The first image, a close-up of water drops running down her naked shoulder, was sufficient to demonstrate that time had not lessened her beauty but rather enhanced it. Farrah is sitting on a driftwood log in a secluded bay on day 2, in the afternoon light. The lace has vanished, and she is now bound at the hip in a blood-red chiffon micro-sarong. The sarong breaks just enough to show the soft hollow beneath her ribs and the curvature of her thigh, as one leg bends at the knee and the other stretches into the warm sand. The true twist, however, is when the air pushes the chiffon away, revealing the bottoms of a barely perceptible thong bikini that are splattered in the same bold crimson. At the perfect moment, Farrah's hand darts to steady the cloth, giving viewers an unguarded glimpse of spontaneity that left them speechless. The tone changes to one of editorial sophistication by the halfway point. Farrah enters a soaring studio loft with flowing white sheets covering the walls. She wears a silk chemise with side slits that reach her thighs, a cowl neckline, and a mid-thigh length. She is only wearing a high-waist brief that glitters like morning dew and a pair of pasties adorned with rhinestones that are fastened over her nipples. In order to make sure her eyes met the camera with her signature half-smile inviting but unbowed photographers remember Farrah carefully trying every angle. The chemise slips on one shoulder to reveal a lace strap, and she is shown arching, her back over a classic chaise longue in one frame, her hair falling in glossy spirals. That one picture combined unadulterated charm with sophisticated grace. However, if days 1 and 2 hinted, day 3 revealed the entire show. For a dusk silhouette photo, Farrah picked a secluded desert spot where the sun would be the only thing shaping her figure, no clothing or coverings. Everything else was left to shadow and light as she encased herself in pristine white sand, sculpting it over her hips and chest. Photographers carved her silhouette out of the golden sky using high-contrast backlighting. The outcome? A head, flung back in a call to freedom, one arm draped at her side, the other arm overhead, a position so statuesque it appeared to have been chiseled out of marble. Supporters referred to it as the ultimate declaration of self since it preserved every last bit of grandeur while leaving little room for interpretation. Therefore, if you're feeling like channeling your inner Farrah, start small. For example, take a picture at sunrise with minimum makeup to embrace natural light, a stunning silhouette photo at dusk to enjoy your own shape, or a flowing cover-up that gives away what's underneath. And keep in mind that it's about taking ownership of every part of your story, not about hiding or revealing. Because when the camera focuses on Farrah Fawcett, it's more than simply a picture. It's a celebration of a life lived to the fullest, bravest, and regretless.